Good evening, everybody. It is almost 7 o'clock on the East Coast. It is Wednesday. That means it is time for Elite Extreme Women's EXW Roundtable. This is episode 25. Whew, wow, 25 episodes. I am getting this ready to share out. I just shared it out on Twitter. When you hit that like button, just slide right on over to the right. Hit that share button as well. I'd appreciate it, folks. Hey, Wally. Hey, Bogus. All right, let me get this shared out on that thing I use, Skype. My brain's not wanting to work. And I will also, for those of you who would like to join in the wrong button. I don't want to leave the studio. For those of you who would like to join the studio, I am posting that in the whatever that thing is. I tell you, my brain's not functioning. Oh, Bogus, I'm sorry to hear that. The StreamYard link to the studio is in the EXW main chat. So, and I am going to send this to Firestar. All right. There we go. There we go. So the whole reason why I was late, I was trying to get the PowerPoint done for the show. So I could, bring up the PowerPoint and we could discuss the match card results from Monday and the match cards for Thursday, this Thursday, Friday, and next Monday. It didn't save. Lost everything. I needed to make some tweaks to it. When I went in to make those tweaks, lost everything. I'm not a happy camper right now. So yeah, I'm not very happy with PowerPoint right now. Yeah. So, yeah. But it was all looking good. I just needed to do some tweaking. Thanks, Clinton. Hope you're feeling a little bit better than you were yesterday. So we'll get started here in a few minutes, give people time to get in here. And I still have all the information I was going to share with you in the PowerPoints. I just don't have it in a nice, neat format to put up on the screen here for you. So, yeah, sorry, folks. So, Bogus, other than your living arrangements, are you doing okay? Wally, how are you doing? Already asked Clinton how if he was feeling better. Clinton's under the weather, folks. He's not feeling good. Oh. Bubs is not feeling good today, so she's not going to be with us on air. A couple of GMs feeling under the weather. So, Firestar, you have an email from me, honey. All right, so let's get started here. I've got a few people here, which I'm happy to have everybody here. Always happy to have each and every one of you join us here at Roundtable. Patty, welcome. Oh, sorry, my eyes are watering. Oh, I think I'm getting a sty right in the corner of my eye. Oh, hurts to do anything with that eye. And if I don't get it taken care of soon, then my whole eyelid will swell. Yeah, it's really fun. Hey, James Money, welcome to the show. Okay, so let's talk about Monday's evolution. It was our first episode back with the new season 5, episode 1. Season 5, episode 1. Writing that in my notebook. So we're kicking off a new season with our after our 5th anniversary show, and getting on with the program. So we started out. We had Violet Walker and Mystic Payne of Sky, the wifeys, taking on Goddess of Pain and Carmella Springhill. So yeah, that is not how I got a sty in my eye. No, I know what you're talking about, Patty. Definitely not what happened. It's, if I'm not mistaken, styes are basically pimples on your eyelid. It's like a clogged oil gland. But yeah, they hurt. They don't feel good. And like I said, when I get them, my whole eyelid swells. It's not fun. Yeah. All right. So what I did here was, now yeah, like I said, I've heard the old saying before, but yeah, no. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe that a sty is a clogged oil gland in your eyelid. So it's basically a pimple on your eyelid. And they're not fun. Well, come on up here, Eifert. Come on. The poor little baby's got a donut on his neck because he couldn't leave his splint alone. He broke his little toe, and then he's got to wear a splint for 8 weeks. Yeah, the poor little baby. And then he wouldn't quit chewing on his splint, so now he has to wear a donut. We have an inflatable ring around his neck that looks like a donut. He has to wear that the rest of the time he's in his splint. So 4.5 more weeks of this. Yeah, baby. You shouldn't have broken your wee little toe. Anyway, so we have Violet Walker is the ward of Count Zrathnock. He took her in. She was an orphan, and he took her in and taught her wrestling. Mystic is Goddess's daughter. Yeah, mine gets about that bad, Patty. It gets hard to see. It waters, it hurts. Yeah. So I couldn't have Goddess versus Count going against Violet and Mystic. So I did the next best thing. I picked the person from the Monday roster that I knew Goddess would love to team up with, besides her daughter, because she's fighting her daughter. And I teamed her with Carmella. So it's the kids against the mom plus Carmella. And it's a Hell in a Cell 2 out of 3 KOs. And Mystic and Violet swept that match 2-0. Then in our next match, and I'm sorry, I've got the hiccups. In our next match, we've had Bubs Hellcat Davids going against Whisper Bagwell. And this was an Extreme Rules match. Boy, did they put on a fight, let me tell you. And Whisper got the win in the end. And then we had our third match, and that was our little old Firestar out there, Firestar taking on Steffi in a KO match. And Steffi knocked Firestar out. Then in our fourth match, our middle of the card, our middle match, Raven took on Wrestling Mama. Now, these two are no strangers to each other, and they had a no escape cage match, and it was Raven that came out the winner at the end. Then in your number one contender match, it was supposed to be an everything elimination match. It wasn't. I swear. Sometimes these matches don't like me. I put it for one thing and it seems like it switches to another. But anyway, it was a fatal four-way match. And it was Rose versus Leilani Starr, Rose Skylight versus Leilani Starr versus Coral Evans versus D-Hulk. And this was, I tell you, this was a fast match, let me tell you. And the winner was Rose Skylight. Now I'm going to address something for Rose here after I finish going. Oop, hold on here. Where did my? Oh, there we go. Well, call in, Firestar, and tell me why you're an unhappy fiery star. I will address a situation that is going on with Rose after I finish going over the match card. Then we had a tag team match. Now, if you remember in our last show, right before the anniversary show, we had a tag team match scheduled between the Divas of Darkness, which is Lissa and Melina, and Papura and Polly the Vampire. And the match before that was the number one contenders match, and that match kept screwing up. So I ended up simulating the number one contender match, and I was going to do it outside of universe mode. And then I ended up simulating the tag team match by mistake. So I promised that tag team match would take place in the next Monday Evolution show. So that match took place in the next Monday Evolution show, which was this last Monday. So the Divas of Darkness, Lissa and Melina, took on Papura and Polly in a 2 out of 3 falls match. And sweeping that match, 2 falls to none, was Papura and Polly. All right, well, go ahead and call in, and we can talk about that as soon as I finish, which I'm almost done. And then in our main event match, we had a Hell in a Cell Snap, Nap, or Tap title match. We had your number one contender, Jennifer Cho, aka Shulky, taking on Faith Bloodfiend in her 6th title defense. And let me tell you, that was a great match. And not wanting to give up her shiny, Faith was your winner. And she will go on next week to take on Rose Skylight, which brings me to a little situation. Now, Rose, right after the Monday show before the anniversary shows, Rose asked for a handicap match. Well, we already had our anniversary show lined up. So I told her that we would get her a match at the next Monday show, which should have been this Monday. I forgot all about it. I didn't have a note written down, which was my fault. I did not have a note written down. And so I didn't schedule her for a handicap match. She actually was in a better match than a handicap match. She was in that fatal 4-way number one contender match. And she won. So next week, I can't put her in the handicap match. I could, but it wouldn't be fair to her to have 2 matches next week, because she'd be in the handicap match and then be in the title match. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair to her to have to fight a match and then go fight a title match, especially against Faith. So I had made her the promise that next week she would get her handicap match. And I have left a message that I can't do it next week. But depending on how her title match goes, we will do it the week after. It all depends on if she becomes the champion or not. So, depending on the outcome of her championship match next week will depend on when she gets that handicap match. But I do have it written down. It's noted on the spreadsheet, and we will get that for her just as soon as we can. So that is your match outcome for Monday Evolution this week. So Firestar hasn't called in yet, so I'm guessing she's going to wait for me to go over all the match cards. I am so glad to have all of you. I'm showing that there's 6 of you here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liking what you're seeing. And slide on over. Oh, 8 of you now. Slide on over to that share button, please. And share this out. Facebook, Twitter, Goo, whatever. Please share this out. Hey Joker, welcome to the show. But yeah, if y'all would please help me grow the channel. We're getting really close. I'll look here. I can look and see. I can see. Ooh, 474. So that means 26. Yeah, 26 more subscribers till we hit our giveaway. So if y'all keep sharing, the more you keep sharing, the more you're going to help us grow. And guys, I can't do it without you. And I appreciate you. So please share out the channel. Share out the shows. I appreciate when you do. And remember, every thumbs up I give each show is my appreciation for each and every one of you. All right, so I am going to hop over to the spreadsheets. And let's talk about Thursday. Control plus. Make my spreadsheets a little bigger. I don't need them so small now that I finished. All right. So we are going to have tomorrow the post-Thanksgiving extravaganza. Okay. Now, you have to remember, folks, I don't name these things. I just give them to you. This is all Bub's doing, folks. It is the post-Thanksgiving extravaganza. In your first match, it is a triple threat Extreme Rules Just Desserts match. Tatiana versus Angelina versus Frida. Who will get their just desserts, or who will just get dessert? I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but there ain't much dessert left around our house. Not when you got D-Train hanging around. There's not much dessert left in the house. Between Gallery of Nuts and D-Train, there's not a whole lot of dessert left. Okay, I did my fair share of getting rid of dessert too, but yeah, not a lot left. Okay, so that's your first match. All right, in our next match, we've got a tag team match. Stevie and Azriel taking on Savannah and Rebel. 2 out of 3 falls. Leftovers food fight. Wait, who said they could have a food fight? They're cleaning it up, not me. Oh, wait. We just need Nacho around. He'll just clean it all up. Or Stevie could clean it all up. She's the other janitor. Hey, they asked, not me. They asked to clean up, not me. So, food fight, leftovers food fight, 2 out of 3 falls. Tag team of Stevie and Azriel versus Savannah and Rebel. A Smashing Taters table fight. Smashing Taters table fight. Well, I know Crusher knows how to smash taters because she's had to make the mashed potatoes at Christmas and Thanksgiving because she complained once about getting lumps in the potatoes. She never complained again because I made her start making the mashed potatoes. Yep. Don't complain about it if you don't want to make it. So it's Crusher versus her former tag team partner, Sunshine Marigold. All right, and the next match. Welcome to EXW submissions match. Patty Cakes versus Davila. Woo! Sorry, Davila. Sorry, Patty. You're in for a heck of a match, girly. Yeah, you are in for a beating. All right, then we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A fatal 5-way turkey trot knockout workout match. If the workout don't get you, the match is going to get you. Juniper versus Karma versus Natalia versus Jan Cho versus Dakota. Whew, that's a lot of people, and that's a lot of turkey trotting. And if the match don't get you, the workout will. Okay, I'm glad, Patty, because you're gonna have your run for money versus Davila. Clinton, only turkey cannons are used for the food fight. All right, and then our number 1 contender, Revolutionary Elimination Chamber match. Firecracker, Cougar, Sasha Camaro, Bad Jan, Tiny, and Kelly Strawberry are in the Elimination Chamber match. All right. And your Snap Napper Tap title match. You've got Abigail, Missy, and Minnie Firecracker in her second title defense. Now, the reason why this is a triple threat. Missy won her number 1 contender match. So she won that before the anniversary show. So she's going into that's why she's in the match. Abigail, at the anniversary show, she was your last Thursday Revolution person in the brand versus brand 10-person Royal Rumble. She was the last Thursday Revolution member left standing. I think she actually won the match. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. But I think she was the last one standing. So Abigail is in made this. Bubs wanted to. It has nothing to do with her being a cousin or anything. She was anybody. If a Thursday Revolution won or was the last one, or the last one standing, they were going to get a reward, and it just so happened to be Abigail. We had talked this out before the match even started, that she was going to reward. I didn't know how she was going to reward them. She was going to reward them, and this is how she rewarded them. So that is your match card for tomorrow. All right, now let's go to Murderous Matchup. All right. Oh. Sorry, folks. This eye thing is just bugging the crap out of me. I need to keep my hands off of it. I know, but it's just bugging the crap out of me. All right. There are going to be 3 new matches on Murderous Matchup. And I'll get to those in just a minute. I need to blow my nose, folks. Hold on. It's easier to do this when you can breathe. Watching Iver move around with his donuts funny. Okay, so Murderous Matchup is on Friday at 4:30 Central. I'm sorry, 4:30 Eastern, 3:30 Central, 2:30 Mountain, 1:30 Pacific. All right, so we've got 3 new matches on Murderous Matchup. Shulky came up with the idea, and most everybody liked it, and so we're going with it. It is brand versus brand matches. Clinton will be picking. Wait, Clinton, are you picking your participants, or are you picking Bubs's participants? I can't remember now. Help me out here. I'm waiting for confirmation here, folks. doing, Splat? Come here. You can't get that off. No. Okay, so each GM picks their own participants to participate in this matches. There are 2 1v1 matches, and there's 1 tag team match. Now, Bubs did not want to pick her own participants. So I am going to be picking the Thursday Revolution participants. She asked me to do that for her. So I am doing that for her. So Clinton and I will be picking these ladies for these 3 matches. And I don't know beyond just having these matches. I don't know if we're going to do a brand supremacy, or there's going to be a title. We haven't really kind of gotten that far into it. But we talked about maybe having a title. Maybe giving it to the champion for their brands, or like giving it to Bubs and Ladybug, since Bubs is her, the GM, and since Ladybug represents Clinton. We haven't really figured all of that out, but there may be a title, there may not be. So Clinton asked me to do his this week, and I have not gotten those. So y'all are going to be surprised Friday by the brand v brand matches. So I don't have those done. Y'all are going to be surprised. So, yeah. There has also been talk on Murderous Matchup of having a title for the next generation wrestlers. That would be like Super Stevie, Jan Cho, Dakota, Carmella, Rebel, Mini Firecracker, Tatiana, Tiona, Polly, Steffi. Crusher would be a next generation. Missy. And so I'm assuming he's counting Missy. But it would be the younger generation of the wrestlers. I need to get I don't know if he's counting Firecracker and Cherokee, or if he's just counting the younger kids, not the adult kids like Crusher and Missy, Cherokee and Firecracker. I got to get some more clarification on that, on exactly what qualifies them for the next gen. And he's talking about having a belt for them. So he's having a 10-woman Royal Rumble. I don't know if it's for a belt or if it's for a number 1 contender, but this includes Jan Cho, Super Stevie, Dakota, Carmella, Mini Firecracker, Tatiana, Polly, and Steffi. So that will be your second match. Third match is the second brand match. Then Wrestling Mama versus Missy Harris in a 2 out of 3 tables match. Then your other brand match. Then Jade St. Creed versus Jennifer Cho in a snap, napper, tap match. And then in your 7th match, this will be a what they call a rubber match. Uh, they've been in 2 matches and they split it one match per person. And so this is the rubber match. This is the deciding match. Goddess versus Faith in a Hell in a Cell snap, nap, or tap match. And so that is your murderous matchup. All right. And then Monday Evolution. And again, I made this matchup. I made these matchups per Clinton's request due to him not feeling well. We're going to start out with a tag team match. The Hellhawks, which is Bubs and Cherokee, versus the Divas of Darkness, Melina and Lissa. And that's an EXW tag match. Katie versus Not Yet in an Extreme Rules match. Carmella versus Jen Richards in a KO match. Jerica versus Glamazon in a No Holds Barred match. Coral Evans versus Papura in a tables match. Whisper, Violet, and Raven in a No Holds Barred #1 contender match. And then in your main event, you have Rose taking on Faith, your champion, in her 7th title defense in a Hell in a Cell snap, napper, tap match. Thank you, Wally. All right, any questions on your matchups? All right, I am going to bring Firestar on. She's a little hot under the collar. Give me just a second here, Firestar. I want to turn the music down just a little more. Since you're hot under the collar, I don't want the music distracting from you. So, what's got you hot under the collar, honey?
Well, after my match on Kelly's show, I got attacked.
On whose show?
Crushing Kelly.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it was Jade.
Oh.
So it was all Lissa's idea to distract me because she wants my belt.
She wants your gift of the goddess belt?
No, the Unholy Trinity belt. Or, no, Trio Stereo.
Oh, she on Kelly's show.
Yes.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with EXW.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, she could just as easily be, after your gift of the goddess belt, too.
I wouldn't think so.
Just saying, I mean, she might want that, too.
I mean, her and Jay could have talked to me about it, but they didn't even tell me.
True. So what are you going to do about it?
Well, Sophie told me all of this, so I'm gonna kick both their butts and get payback.
There you go.
So yeah, Shulky's helping me with that.
Patty, it was Jade St. Creed.
J. Jules Barrett.
Oh, well, see, there's more than one Jade, so you have to be specific.
I was answering your question, Patty. Sorry.
See, I thought you meant Jade St. Creed.
No, I meant J. Jules Barrett, the one that burps.
Oh, see, she doesn't come around to EXW much.
I don't know.
So I have to ask, because, well, it's EXW. And
Yes,
you have a belt that you have a very special belt in EXW. You've got the Gift of the Goddess belt.
I do.
And that belt can be cashed in at any moment for a chance at the world title.
True.
Are you ready to cash it in?
Maybe.
Got any plan? When would you like to cash it in?
Uh,
Or do you want to message me in private and we have it a surprise?
that's true.
No, I asked a question. Would you rather tell me in private and the cash in be a surprise? So, do you want to tell us all or do you want to keep it a surprise? Andy, welcome.
You want it to be a surprise, Patty?
Patty does.
Clinton does too. Alright, I'll keep it a surprise.
I think she's going to keep it a surprise for me.
Well, Patty doesn't want me to say. But alright, I'll do a surprise.
Well, thank you, Andy. I hope you have a good rest of your whatever it is, day, evening, night, morning.
Hey, Andy.
All right, so she's going to keep it a surprise, but you can't keep it a surprise for me. I do have to know at some point.
I know, LP.
So, how are the puppers?
They're both doing good.
Did you hear about Eichmann? I'll show you all. Here we go. I'll show you all Eichmann.
Yeah, I heard
So,
what I've heard.
look.
Oh, hi, buddy.
Oh, he can't hear you. I got my headset on. Look at that splint on his little foot and the donut. Oh, the poor baby. He did it to himself, though.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, Bria got out.
Oh,
The- So it all starts with Bria. Yeah, I love
I
you. Yes, I do feel sorry for you with your wee little toe being broken.
I don't need a bodyguard, Wally. I can take care of myself.
Here, look at this. Look at that sad face. Look at that pouty face. Oh,
He's like, Mom, get this off my face, please.
but
Face
uh,
me back.
but Bria got out,
Okay.
ran next door,
Uh-oh.
and started terrorizing the neighbor's dogs. She was out walking her dogs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and um, Gallery of Nuts was having trouble getting Eden in, and that's what started all of this. So
Oh boy.
he handed me her leash, and I'm trying to get her in the house, and I forgot to shut the door, and
Oh boy.
Eifer snuck out, and Eifer is ever the follower. He 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 doesn't do anything by himself. He doesn't do it on his own. No, he will follow one of the other dogs and do what they're doing. So
Okay.
he took off after Bria, didn't you?
Alright.
Didn't you? Yes, you did. And he takes off after her. And when Gallery of Nuts is bringing Bria back, here comes Eifer with his little limpy foot.
Oh.
Yeah, limping on his little old foot. And the next day he's still limping on it. And I was like, yeah, he's got to go to the vet. So Gallery of Nuts took him to the vet and found out, well, he broke his little toe.
Oh, poor Iver.
He broke one of his little bitty toes. So for 8 weeks he has to be in a splint.
Oh.
He did good for the first 2 weeks. But this week, no. He started chewing on that splint like it was candy. Didn't
He's
you?
like, get this off my foot, please. Just get it off.
Didn't you? Yeah, you had to start chewing on that thing like it was candy. So now for the next 4.5 weeks, he has to wear the donut. The donut o' shame.
The donut of shame.
Well, it's not a collar, it's a donut.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfier than the cone.
Well, we don't need a cone because it's not like we just need to keep him from getting to the top of the splint.
Yeah.
And so the donut just keeps his head from going down to the top of his splint. Huh. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, he'll be 100%. It's nothing serious, Wally. He's just broke one of his toes. You just yeah, the knucklehead.
He's looking at you like, no, I'm not.
Yes, he is. He knows he's a knucklehead. I tell him that quite frequently. Knucklehead.
Just jumping around, daddy juggle here.
That's one of the nicer nicknames. He has other nicknames too,
Oh
but
boy.
they are not appropriate for EXW. Yes. Yes, he got one quite liberally when he got shot diarrhea all over my shoe.
Oh no.
Yeah, didn't you?
Hey, Rosie had nicknames too.
Oh yeah, dogs all have nicknames, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, that's the story of Eifer and his little toe getting broken. Yeah, I know, Patty. This has to be more comfortable than the cone.
I mean, he can use it as a pillow.
Yeah, but it's serving its purpose.
What do you call him? Squirt after that? Patty.
No, that is not what I called him after that. It has little in it and relates to what he squirted. There you go. I'll let you complete that. But yeah, my poor baby with his little broken toe. Yes. It's funny watching him try to get up on the chair with me with this thing on. We took him up to Green Bay with us for Thanksgiving because we couldn't leave him at home or else he would have completely chewed the splint off.
Yeah.
And we had to put a we had to put a bag over his splint to keep it dry. And
Okay.
so they gave us a saline bag, a used saline bag, and they cut the top of it off and
Mhm.
or well where they cut the part where the saline comes out for the IV. They cut that part off and they use them for covering splints. And so we put that on him when we got out of the van, and then he was going into to D Train's garage,
Uh oh.
and he stepped in a puddle and then went into the garage and he pulled a Bambi.
Poor
Splat.
Bambi.
Yeah,
Oh.
when Bambi was on ice and all four legs went out from under him, he pulled. I Ifer pulled a Bambi and his legs just went.
Oh, right there.
It
That's cool.
was funny.
Aw.
Yeah, Patty. Well, if you ever come see your sister, let me know, and we'll meet up in Green Bay. I'll drive up there to meet you.
I'm sure your nieces were very happy to see him.
They weren't there, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh.
But he got lots of lovins, but he didn't get any food.
Oh.
Oh, he's not allowed people food, only very occasionally. Yep. So, so what did you think of the anniversary show?
Um. I mean, I got to see a little bit of it, but I thought it was really good.
Let's. You had a match, didn't you?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I'm looking. Yeah, you were in the brand versus brand match. Abigail won that, I believe. I've got to look, get my notebook. You were eliminated sixth by Raven.
Ah, the birdie.
DeBerty gotcha.
Bad birdie. Sorry, Raven.
Which that's not bad. Sixth.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all. You represented your team well.
I did.
Let's see. Raven represented y'all the best. She was the last one out. Um, it was you, Shulky, then Raven. Y'all
Yeah.
were the last three in. So, not bad.
Yeah. Hmm. I know you were Wally. I saw that.
Why, thank you, Wally. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of hard work. But we did 14 matches. It was about a 4-hour show.
Damn.
I knew it was going to be long. Yep, I knew it was going to be long with 14 matches. So we have new tag team champions. Tag teams were the only ones that a tag team championship was the only one that changed hands.
Wow.
Dark Stars, which is Leilani and Polly, won. They beat Heart and Soul, which is Wrestling Mama and Sunshine Marigold.
Wow.
But it was a really good show. I thought it was a really good show. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Bubs was fun having Bubs on there. Oh. So yeah, I don't want to do another one of those 14 match shows again for a while. Maybe the next pay-per-view we can do maybe 10 matches. Do a few extra matches, but nothing like 14. Oh, sorry you're not feeling well, Blaze. Thank you for stopping by.
Feel better, Blaze.
Yes, Bubs is funny. Yep. And we work well together, but we've worked together multiple times over the years. Yeah, feel better, Blaze. Hope you feel better before your shows tomorrow. So, okay, out there in the chat, what was your favorite match of the pay-per-view of the anniversary show? I know Firestar will probably say her own,
Well,
which
no.
I wouldn't blame you for saying that. I would probably say that if I was in a match.
I would say Holly's match was my favorite.
Polly's?
Yeah.
All right. Wally says the Women's Royal Rumbles. That was your match. Patty says all of them, ever the diplomat. You know, I enjoyed the two number one contenders matches. Those were the battle royals. Those were fun. I don't think we had a. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't think we had a bad match. None of them gave us any troubles. We didn't have to I don't think we had to restart any of them. I don't think. I could be wrong. I could be remembering wrong. Because remember, I have the memory of a goldfish. You like hardcore matches. Okay. Well, there's something extreme about all of our matches. So, but, well, I think we're going to call the show quits here. I know we've only been on a little bit over an hour, but I think we've pretty well covered just about everything. I'm out of stuff to talk about unless anybody else has anything they want to talk about. Firestar?
No.
Okay, well, you need to message me about when you want to cash in.
I will.
So I look forward to hearing from you about that. You don't have to wait for a pay-per-view. It could be
Okay.
on any show. Okay?
Alright.
Yeah, Wally, there was great weapons used, great use of weapons in the show. So, all right. Well, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, um, Friday, 4:30 Eastern will be our next two shows, and then we'll be back again on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see each and every one of you at all of the shows coming up. And don't forget to check out all the great shows here at the Digital Wrestling Syndicate. Don't forget Wrestle Sense podcast tomorrow, followed by LTD, Leaning Towards Death with Blaze Radio, and the guys there at Wrestle Sense. Um, Always fun checking in with them and seeing what they're going to cuss and discuss over there at Wrestle Sense podcast. So pretty soon they will be switching over to the WrestleSense channel off of the Blaze Radio channel. So if you haven't liked the WrestleSense channel, be sure you do that. Um, so with that, I will say good night and see you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern right here on Elite Extreme Women. Good night, everybody. Oh, okay. So tomorrow they start the new channel of the WrestleSense podcast channel only. It will not be on Blazed Radio. So if you haven't um, subscribed to the WrestleSense podcast channel, you need to do so, folks. Otherwise, you're going to miss out. So get over there and do that. All right. See you all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. Have a great night, everybody.